yeah, you're pretty well going to get sick of being in bed. Now, just be really tired. So, glasses on, glasses off. I like glasses off. I can see better. Anyway, um, today I went out and I just kind of woke up from a nap and realized, oh, I haven't done a post. Like, I don't know if anyone's even watching these, but hopefully they are, and hopefully they will in due time. But what I want to talk to you today about is getting your backup all set up. Now, the first one I really want to be very particular about is get a good pharmacy. Now, I found my current pharmacy while I was in the hospital, and I was allowed to go a block within the hospital, and I found a Shoppers Drug Mart out by Royal Columbian Hospital. They have not sponsored me in any way. This is just a pure reaction. While I was there, speeding around and everything, I ended up getting my prescriptions filled there, went back there. And we developed a good, solid bond. So, sort of anything that comes up, they spend the time and go through. I know they have deliveries. I know it's all, for them, it's only once a week, but it gets the job done. Keeping things like that and keeping a pharmacy that they will bend over back to get you the medication if you actually need it. Like, I mean, if you actually need it, life-saving time, let's say that. You know, oh, I really need this pill. Well, everyone needs them, but do you need them quick? But I've honestly got to say they've been a super for me. You need to find that. You need to find a drugstore which knows you. When I first became a diabetic, every time I would be somewhere or whatever, and I was short on needles or syringes, not just needles, but I would go into a drugstore and ask for them, and I would get, complete, oh, what do you want them for? Why are you using them? And, you say, I'm a diabetic, and, well, we don't know. Sometimes it would even go no. But having a pharmacy that takes care of you is important. They've even made arrangements with other pharmacies that I can pick up something there in order to continue. You have to be where you feel comfortable. Another backup thing you need is something along this little device. And this little device is in BC, in Fraser Health, they run a Philips Lifeline service. And I press it, and I can get help. If I don't answer them when they call, they immediately go into emergency mode. And if they call and they still can't get a hold of me, then help is on its way. Now, I have found for myself, being the brittle diabetic here, that you want a convenient door lock. You want an electronic door lock that you have total controls of the numbers, and you can set it accounts with BC Ambulance, the fire department, any sort of emergency crews that you need. And they will be here and they can get in. The building all these or having all of these just lessens the load on you. You don't have to sit there. Well, what happens if I have a low blood sugar? Oh my God, a low blood sugar. No, no, no. That's my theatrical effect. But is it important? Now, if you go with this, you're going to need to get someone who's willing to respond and come and see if you actually need help or need an ambulance. There's been a couple of times that this has dropped or I've taken it off for whatever reason, shower, it might be sponge bath, whatever. They will count that as a fall and people will start coming. Now, a little story with these little button things. I had one around my neck for a front door to my building, kind of like you press it, the door opens. My emergency button, I pressed by accident, and I thought, oh, the person I was, I laughed and said, oh, well, I pressed the button by accident. And I came up here and we continued with our, work to put my socks on and such. And it seemed like I'm drowsy. The next thing that happened is we had my help person in the neighborhood show up at my door and said, is everything okay? So, it's better to err on the side of caution. But if things like that happen, don't be embarrassed. Be truthful. What's the point of being embarrassed? I mean, if you're just sitting there pressing it for fun, ha ha ha, I like the emergency. I know there are times when I'm low and kind of out of it and realize I'm on the floor that I press it. What happens is a voice comes over the speaker in the kitchen, and then they keep coming back, and a lot of times, A, they can't hear me, or B, they can't understand because I'm really out of it. I'm thinking it's more the second. I think it's more a my issue than their issue. But they try calling on the phone. And like I said before, if I call on the phone, they answer and they're here fairly quick. Sometimes you will have to wait. Now, someone saying, oh, I just slipped out of bed. You're not going to be seen first. You need to be truthful what your condition is. Low blood sugar. And I fell. I didn't hit my head. And just being truthful around those lines is the best. You will get the best care you can. Now, you should have, and hopefully fairly close to you, you should have a hospital you want to go to. Here, we're kind of right in between Burnaby Hospital and Royal Columbian. I prefer to go to Royal Columbian only because I know all the endocrinologists, and with my body being so brittle, I don't want to have to go through everything again. And through attrition, I've gone through all the endocrinologists there, and they pretty well know, well, that worked, that didn't work. And so you need to have a family doctor, one that you feel comfortable with. Two, an endocrinologist, same criteria. You have to be comfortable with it. You will have specialists. You will have your eyes, which are important for diabetics. I thought recently that my glasses need to be upgraded, and it was that I had cataracts. And I got them removed, and it's like night and day. You want to be certain that you are able to get all these down. Make sure you write them down. We talked about a doctor's plan. You need to find out who's your family doctor, who's your endocrinologist. These are your specialists. So that if you're unable to communicate, that they know who to call and who to answer. I know I talk a lot on this channel about having plans set in place. Well, there's a reason for that. The better you plan, the better things go. And don't be intimidated, to think that, well, you know what? No one told me I had to plan this, but I think it makes sense. Well, go out and do it. Make plans, make contingency plans. Also, what you could do is don't be nasty about it, but you should put on there that you don't want to deal with this drugstore or whatever. And you could have your own reasons why, but what your dislikes are, and just make sure that you are as tactful as possible. Don't be mean, don't be belligerent about there, but just allow people to help you. Diabetes isn't all about you. Aha! It is about you, but it's also about everyone else who can help you. Doctors, physical therapists, home health. You may find that you need home health. If you're a brittle diabetic and you're finding that you need help, well, you should be open towards it. I never thought at this stage of life I would need help, but I do. A lot of times I had to go and I've ended up in a chair, and, I'm little other things that have progressed that I need help. Don't be embarrassed. Get out there. Do what's right for you to get the best control you can. May not be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist. Try for excellence within yourself. And you can do that by setting goals. And goals can lead to better understanding of your body and how it's working. Have a great day. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.